Alrighty, everybody, well, come on in and welcome on in. You are watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, some call me GeekSpeak. We have a bit of an interesting one, a different one for you tonight. It's not a genre we normally tackle. It's not something that I normally get into myself, but we're going to try it out anyway. For sheer morbid curiosity, if no other reason, we're playing Dredge. Popular fishing horror game Dredge from 2023, I believe, was when it first came out. So we're going to give it a go and have a shot at having some fun here. If you're not familiar with Dredge, it is, like I said, a survival horror fishing-based video game developed by Black Salt Games and published by Team 17. A very brief summary of it as follows. A survival and horror game. It follows a fisherman who faces progressively Lovecraftian creatures as he explores an open world of archipelagos. The player's duties involve exploring the area and catching fish. He can upgrade his fishing equipment and venture out to other archipelagos. It follows a day-night cycle. The day is rather serene, while the game's horror parts take place at night. And we have no other choice at this point but to do it and see what we can do. As stated up top, I'm not normally a super big fan of horror games in general. Jump scares make me go huh, and especially like weird, twisted, like demented Lovecraftian stuff is a little bit of a stretch. So we're gonna see with this completely blind playthrough. It's seemed interesting. It's something that's been in my Steam wish list for a while. Finally pulled the trigger on it over the Steam winter sale, as one does. So we're gonna give it a go. And right into it, apparently. All the usual goodies apply here, exclamation point, and then a color, exclamation point, D20 to make us roll dice, all the good stuff. We've got cutscenes. Is that me? We're gonna be an angler? Oh no. Well, gives us a pretty good idea of what to expect already. Spooky. The fabled lighthouse. So it goes. The morning light fills your eyes and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Marrow. Marrow? I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out of there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. So there we go. Nice and spoopy already. Now we've got boat. Move forwards. Predictably, I'm going to move some stuff around here. Move forwards with W. Use S to reverse. Turn with A and D. Oh, yes. Rotate camera. Adjust height. Great. Move to a fishing spot. Look for splashes on the surface. Press F to start fishing. Press F at the right time to reel faster. There we go. Blue mackerel. Easy. So we can put them into our little cargo spot. We leave and keep going. So this is how we're going to be fishing. Is this a fish-a-do? How wonderfully leisurely for now. Cod. Love a cod. I can rotate the cod. Put him amongst my stuff. So we basically have all day to just do this. I will happily do just this. Trophy caught. So that's an immediate catch. We got a mackerel. Throw him right next to the engine. That's healthy. More mackerel. In you go. Practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. He's a trophy fish, but that don't matter. More fish. So we just want to fill this up, and then we'll be happy campers, yeah? Mackerel all day. That's enough mackerel. Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. How delightfully trippy. This seems important and glowing. We're going to head that way. Oh, time really moves, doesn't it? What's this? A message in a bottle from 1927 added to the cabin. I've gotten turned around. Where is Doc? Doc is back here? Yes. Disturbed water. You don't have the right equipment for this spot. How sad. Low stock, but cod is near. And we've fished it dry, alas. My pal's back. There's Vinny. Hello, Vinny. Oh, it's getting dark. We better get out of here, lest something spooky arise. Maybe one more. Push our luck a little bit. Throws boat anchor out the window. Don't do that. All right, no more fish right now. We'll select your lights by holding E, then toggle them. Lights help you see, but make you more visible, too. Aha. Well, back to the docks we go. Great. You step out onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel. Yours to own. How convenient for you. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan. But I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Well, we are in this one for the long haul, huh? Selling fish helps the town and pays off my debt. Got it. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. So we go to the fishmonger. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns and other islands might pay you different, but while you still got debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. So let's see what you've got. So we click them and sell them. Fresh fish. Cod are worth a lot. That's nice. Trophy for 12. That looks good. Fishmonger got that chain smoker kind of voice. It was just whatever voice I made up off the top of my head. What do you want from me here? The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? some research parts. One last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. So I think I will, sir. I have some remaining on this. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks or any damage at all, I can patch it up. Mostly. She shrugs and gestures toward the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Alright, so we can only afford this. A lightweight rod suited to catching fish that live in the shallows. A small spool makes for limited reeling speed. Okay, so then there's repair mode, which we can fix things with. Okay, makes sense. So we've kind of got our setup established here. We can learn about our mackerels and our cods and other such fish. There are many fish. This is the message in a bottle. Do we read it out loud? You want to? Is it full story time? How deep are we going on this? Morning of the second day of the honeymoon and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. Kinky. He renamed the boat last night Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love when he tries to be romantic. The deep lore begins already. Full story, my immersion! You're getting accents and everything here. Full Metal's here too. Fancy me a new fish, new game. Is spooky fish, apparently. We're gonna find out, some type of way. So we can rest until dawn. Get back out there in the morning so we don't encounter Lovecraftian horrors, apparently. Let's have at it. We still need, what, $34 or so to repay the loan out of our bits there? It's pretty. It's a nice, pretty little game here. Very cel-shaded, very stylized. We have some disturbed water we're going to fish through. So this is just the fishing mechanic here. Not a whole lot to it, honestly. At least you can do it fairly quickly, unlike something like Stardew Valley, where fishing is a lengthy endeavor and takes a long time, and, you know. You don't have the right equipment for this spot. Can I go faster? Lights on, buddy boy. Lights off. Nor can I fish here. Maybe we're going to need to upgrade sooner rather than later. Love me disturbed water. Love me mackerel. And introducing Miggy Mackerel. If you know, you know. Are Baloney or Sari here? Are we going to the... Are we celebrating Miggy Mackerel? Oh, we got cod in here. We got to go all day. Love me cod. Love me value. Put them around the engine. That gives them a nice smoky flavor. Right, proper smoky flavor. We're fishing out all the cod. It's been determined. And so it's been done. Oh, darkness! Oh, the darkness! I don't like the darkness. That's where this stuff gets spooky, right? That's where it's gonna get... Return we must. Flee the scene. Stardew fishing is for the pal who has never dealt with project deadlines or meetings. That's right. And here we are. Alrighty, so we come back. We go to the fishmonger. I've had a special order come through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Tell me about the order. They asked for 1 gulf flounder and 1 grey eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that for you. Have you seen that strange red light? Have you seen that strange red light at night? It seemed to be rising from the west. Sell, 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 sell it all. Much value for the cod. We love that. So how did that go? That's all we had. $12 left on the loan, so 1 more good day of fishing should do it. This will be helpful, and we have the money. Let's grab it. What's that? Baloney just resubbed. Sorry, it's a mess in here. I've just been so busy lately, you know how it is. Exhausting. Oh, I thought he said that. That's what she's been saying. Thanks, Baloney. How nice for you. We're in the McElroy family clubhouse, Baloney. Miggy Mackerel Day is here. Okay, so that's installed. We can sell our old... Well, no. That's for coastal fish. This is for shallow fish. We'll allow that. We can put the research part into storage, maybe. No? Okay. Jeb! Bro impersonating Wall Street. I clap. Jeb, please clap. Let's rest until dawn. A new day awaits. We're going to have to immerse ourselves in the Lovecraftian horrors at some point, right? We can't avoid this forever. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Oh, did she die? Don't go into the light. Damn. This game's dark. What does the mayor want? Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east toward Little Marrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please? The contents don't feel like anything at all. Just a wrapped mess of shapes. The mayor hands you a small, damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. Thanks, buddy. All right, guess we're... Is that Little Marrow across the way? Well, I think we got to do some fishing first, don't you? It's mackerel time. Fish it out. I'm assuming that's where we want to go. Taking a guess. I love how the emotional, melancholy music just kind of stops. Look at me just putzing along. Bip, 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 bip. Whole lot of trees. Very little island for these little shanty towns, huh? What? A delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but he feels as though it's... Ugh. It feels as though he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I'm to pay you, I suppose. He hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded over. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat anytime. I know how lonely it can be. I don't know that that's a fitting voice for him, but that's what we're going with. All right, thanks, dock worker friend. I'm gonna fish now. There's a message in a bottle. I need the deep lore. This boat can turn. Look at how this goes. The voices are apt. I'm trying. 21st of August, 1927, added to the cabin. Here's my boat. Look at it. Oh, the camera's messed up. What are we doing? Okay. Hold on a second here. That's better. Just adjusting our view. Dock worker, the kind of pal to make a bet and then forget about it. What do you mean? I didn't do this. We have a Gulf flounder. We have a sighting. Give me more. We're gonna need eels too, aren't we? Did it say a pathetic, cowardly, bottom-dwelling fish? That's not nice. There's a lot over here. Gray eel. Long boy. That'll do. It's getting dark. It's getting dark. Arrow squid. Love me squid. Trophy catch. It's probably enough. Okay, the darkness. Exposure to fog and other things increases your panic. Bright lights and sleeping will reduce it. Oh, we don't want that. Okay. Have you got any fish for that order? Yes. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice until it's all ready to go. There's your flounder. There's your eel. Have the best day. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and an old black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night, and well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Do we? Do we know what nights are like around here? Have you got any fish for that order? Not right now. Some fish prefer deeper water, while others stick to the shallows. If you're looking for something specific, it's important to know what depth you're working with. Well, we have a squid, so we should probably give that up. Let's go back into him then. I do have fish for that order. I'm going to keep my trophy. He's worth more money. We need a grouper. I don't know how you do it every day. These old bones wouldn't cut it on the high seas. Alright, everything's sold. Did we pay off our debt? We're $2 short. Oh, the pain. What if sailing now? Not having a good time with it. I'm panicking. I'm panicking! Apparently. Hull damaged. Oh, no, I ran into a rock. Because I'm so panicked. I didn't even see it. Can I sell you a squid? Oh, it just... Okay, I see. So it takes up spots in your inventory that you cannot use. I'm 5 cents short on my loan. Bro is never gonna financially recover. Now it's just embarrassing. Now I'm just sad about it. Well, let's get out there, I guess. Took some damage. Got to get that repaired. Probably overnight. Sustainable fishing. Reading. Selected as active book. Pastime to read. Okay, so those are our pursuit boards of things to do. That's our money. We have more lore we can get into. We'll do that in a bit. Aberrations. Eek. We're probably going to get to those. Well, onward we go. More fishing awaits. So again, if you're not familiar, Discovery Month here on the channel, which we're in the middle of, is all about digging up and looking through some indie gems, some newer than others, some more well-known than others, and focusing on exactly that, the discoverability of playing and finding something new. Last week we did Environmental Station Alpha, which is a one-man show Metroidvania, vaguely similar to something like Animal Well, though not exactly the same. And that was quite fun. So this time around, you know, wanted to mix it up genre-wise, popularity-wise, cover some different ground. So we've got horror fishing game Dredge, which has crossed over with the likes of Dave the Diver, if that's of interest to you. So there's lots of intrigue in the concept. This has multiple, you know, like pieces of DLC, and it has been quite popular. I think, you know, before too long it sold over 1 million units, which is great. You know, little Animatroidvania. You betcha. Give me that card. Oh, I love it. I love it. You're worth money. Yeah, I was going to say, is this like Dave the Diver? Not, I mean, only in that they're both fishing games so far. Dave the Diver, I think, we got to get deeper into this, but that seems to have a much more complex kind of gameplay loop. If it's just going back and fishing back and forth, I don't know about the whole depth of this. You know, there's side quests, there's other stuff you can do. I should probably poke around at night to get a better feel for some of these horror elements, so I get properly spooked. We'll get there. Not a ton of similarities to Dave the Diver, other than that they're both fishing games. Obviously nothing like the restaurant running and menu component of Dave the Diver, which I love and is one of the main things that I adore about that game in particular. I don't know that I can... Alright, so I gotta move some stuff around to accommodate. Pretty full inventory here. Does Mr. Trader have something I can do? If only docking was that easy in real life. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques, the shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles. Hello? Is that... Oh, I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps? No. Get out of here, old man. I ain't got shit. Trader Joe's. Basically. Sure seems that way. Alright, we're going to push it a little bit here. Not that I can really get much of anything. Stingray! I don't have room for said Stingray at all. We gotta fix that hole in the hull, don't we? I'm panicking. Oh, we got a long way to go. We might have to face some horrors here after all. How panicked are we talking here? That didn't seem too concerning. Do we have to be, like, out in the open ocean to have this really be a problem for us? Some fish prefer deeper water. We already know that, sir. Sell, sell, sell! The mayor is walking quickly toward you. He seems to be in a good mood with a spring in his step. Fantastic news! Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. Great. Speaking of shipwright, your boat's looking a bit banged up. Yeah, please fix. That's it. Just $30. Great. Alrighty. Dry dock. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, and even superior hulls. We'll need a decent amount of hard materials for these projects. Lumber, metal scraps, that sort of thing. How do I get them? There's plenty of decent materials around the coast from various shipwrecks and the like. I'm sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned toward upgrades here will be stored. Okay. Modifies 2 cargo spaces to hold rods. Okay. Oh, so rods can go wherever. I see. Those can be engines. Those can be nets. Those can be lights. We like space for rods, and we're gonna need some space. Okay. We'll aim for that. Can we research? Can we do some research here? Probably not. Oh, there's other stuff. Rusty outboard engine. An old rusty engine won't get far with this. Trawl nets, lights. Better than a candle. Just. Let's get an... How about another engine? Can we get another engine? That's gonna have to go in storage. Let's get another engine. Twice as fast. The skies were lit up with a weird crimson glow the other night. Did you see it? I did. I'm trying to avoid it. Cabin. Past time to read. Does resting count? Probably not. Out we go again. So this is just it forever and ever. We're just looping through fish time. I feel like we're going faster. I need oceanic rods. We can probably visit some of these other Docks, right? Grotesque mackerel. Species data added to encyclopedia. Pursuit added. Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes like nothing you've ever seen before. Trophy caught. Good mackerel. Okay. Got an aberration, I think. What's going on over here? Blackstone Isle. The door is locked. The workshop looks as though it hasn't been used in decades. It's locked. Okay, well this was a bust. There's other places we can go though. That one's way... I thought there was one way off in the distance. Was that not a village? Maybe not. Oh, there's stuff back here. That's for true. We've got cod. Yeah, we do. I'm here for the cod. Reading complete. Check cabin for bonuses. Okay. I really like the soundtrack. Dock me, baby. We can rest here. That's good. Can't sell fish, though. So we gotta get back home. Love me soundtrack, love me art style. It is a very pretty game. That much is true. Can we take a quick moment here to get a squid? Yes, we can. Just to have it. It's dark. I don't like it. What is that crimson light? Will we ever find out? All right, fishy boy. You and the grotesque... Oh, that's not him saying... I thought he was talking about himself in third person. You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach, he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing and I'll pay you for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. All right, well. Now we know that. Sell all the goodies. Storage. Interesting. A man is... Okay, Jesus. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger, and I'll be clear. I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Spooky! I got a lot of money. Let's see if we could... Any other upgrades we want? Maybe a light? Cabin. 10% chance to not reduce fish stocks when catching fish with a rod. How wonderful. Interesting. Okay. Extra fiber for the customer. Yeah. Gotta get out to Blackstone Isle in the morning. Fisherman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? She docked here a few days ago for supplies. I suggested that she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned that she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. Sure thing, Mr. Mayor. Look at that light now. Much better late. A floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscure hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. And now you know. It's just gunk in the deep. Mackerel. The piano gives me really vague Zelda vibes. That's not what they're going for here at all. But it's just that flight of fancy kind of noodling on it. You know what I mean? Let's see what Mr. Business Proposition wants. You don't have the... You don't have the handkerchief with you. Well, I have it in storage. Yeah. The man is standing in a doorway watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a collector of many things. Art and artifacts, treasure and truths, and curios that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me. You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable, even after all this time. The handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carried items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be challenging. And that's where you come in. My proposition is this. I will outfit your vessel with equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks and dark depths. Find me these lost relics, and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I'll merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? I accept. An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, and a music box and key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences, anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. Okay, I want to see some big spook in the ocean. We're getting there. Maybe we'll venture out at night a little bit and see what terrifying horrors await us here. That looks promising. But now, I need an oceanic... No, that's a different fish. But it looks mystical here. Lumpy mackerel. What the hell? Ugh. Oh, he lumpy. Well, there's a gnarly one for you. Asks for big spook, gets big smoke from GTA. Oops. Can we dredge it? Yes, we can. Press F to avoid... Okay, change lanes and avoid gaps. Got it. We're dredging. We're dredging. We got lumber. What did he say he wanted? I don't remember. Now, different spots come out at night, I recall. Maybe some other creatures of sorts. We got squids. Here's something weird. Music is like, not sure about this one, me boy. Where are we gonna put him? Maybe we dump a mackerel? Oh no, it's spinning. It's spinning! Alright. Oh my god. You rotate the camera with the mouse and it makes macOS do stuff. We may have some technical problems here. Please hold. I think we're good to go. We are back, everyone. Apologies for that. You're watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, some call me Cheatspeak, and we had a network hiccup. It looked like we were dropping frames left and right. So there's your laggy bits. Alas, but here we are once again, and I think we're good. Everything looks fine. Didn't miss much. We just docked at our place here. And we're going to do some stuff. Grieving father. Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? Well, yes, you see, my only son was lost at sea some years ago. He's still out there somewhere. In one of those wrecks all alone in the cold, dark... This is sad. The man is clearly trying his hardest to remain composed, but tremors of grief rack his body. I was wondering... I noticed you have some dredging equipment installed on your vessel. If you're able to retrieve any of his belongings from the wreck, I think he'd feel more at peace if his mementos were with me. He wore a bronze belt buckle, specially engraved. I'd recognize it anywhere. If there's a chance you could find it, I'd be in your debt. Throw it back. Alright, well. That was upsetting. Let's, yeah, I just kind of shouted at the internet, as one does. Oh, I see. So in the dark and the fog, you can't see what's coming up on you immediately. See? Okay. So the light helps. Alright, so... no real risk of insane horrors here. I'm not freaking out just yet. Do we have a grouper? We do. I didn't think you had it in you. Night fishing's a tall order. Been meaning to talk to you about a new business venture I've been considering. Crab pots. I've got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but you could get it fixed up at the shipwright. Cool. Should be pretty straightforward. Just drop it out at sea anyway, then come back after a day or two to check on it. I've got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. I found this book out back. Could be useful to you. The fishmonger reaches under the counter and hands you a damp, battered book. A few shimmering fish scales are stuck to the cover. Alright, so let's see. Let's sell off all the regular stuff. I gotta give him the lumber. What's this? Lumpy mackerel. A writhing mass of lumps twisting and pulling their way under the scales of the vessel. How long can it have lived like this? Tusk grouper. Pig-like tusks protrude from the mouth of this ravenous brute. With no eyes to speak of, it attacks indiscriminately. Fun. Okay. Looks like some of your equipment could use some fixing. You can repair that here. Nice and fixed. That was easy. Okay, so... let's read a book. Did we talk to the lighthouse keeper again? What is it? Who lives on Blackstone Isle? I see a lot from up here, you know. I saw that ill-fated boat return. I chose to look the other way. I watched an unnatural glow flicker through those windows, whatever you've got planned. I hope you know what you're doing out there. It's very atmospheric and creepy in this. It's vibes. I'm getting a lot of strong vibes from this, as one might expect. We got to get out there during the night, don't we? Select the crab pot ability with E and deploy one with right mouse. They catch things over time but need repairing every so often. Alright, well, we'll drop one right here. That's not what I wanted. Crab pot. There we go. Stronger lights lessen the effects of panic. Okay. So do you get more stuff in your wake if you're panicking? Is that how that works? What else is there for us to see and do? Let's give Mr. Man his wood. That sounds dirty. Let's explore a little bit. So do I give it to him in the workshop? No. You want a key, a music box, a ring, a necklace, and a watch. Okay, so this is not really helping me. To storage with ye. Okay. We haven't really been dredging much yet, so that's not too far. It opens up pretty readily here for other kind of side quests and things you could be doing. So that's helpful. No shortage of stuff going on. But we can dredge from here, can't we? Shapes in the deep. Old iron chain. Great. Well, that is a shipwreck. Oh, we spinning. Bronze belt buckle. I know someone who would like that very much. Continue the dredge. Metal scraps. A lot of metal scraps. There's a lot of world out here, isn't there? It's getting dark. Many-eyed mackerel. Gill plates dotted with eyeballs. Superfluous but scanning frantically. All eyes see right through you. That's... okay. Leave me be. I'm just a man. We got squids in disturbed waters. We certainly do. Give me light. Oh, hard to see. Hard to see. Hope I'm not coming up on danger. Painter.
The fisherman. I thought you might stop by. Welcome to my humble studio. If you're wanting to experiment with some decorations, yes, I'm the person to talk to. I can attach flags and bunting. To add some style to your boat, I have a design here already that you might like.
He sounds very pained. I don't know why.
If you can find any others on your travels, bring them back to me and I can rig them up for you. Of course, I can also add a splash of color to your hull. I'm sorry to say that my selection of pigments limited at the moment, though.
Can we paint the hull? Let's paint it blue.
Much better. That color looks good.
It does look good. Grieving father. About that belt buckle. Give the belt buckle to the man.
This is his. Oh, thank you. Bless you. You've returned him to me. Please take this. I've not any money to pay you, but this might hold some value to you.
More research stuff. Well, that was a nice thing we did. I think. So that's just more Miggy mackerel. We don't need it. No lights. Panicking. Ooh. Crab trap. Big crab. Okay. Love me crab. That may have to do there. Back to town we go. I do have crabs for that order. You munchy munch. Okay, so there's that. Regular business. Sell, 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 sell. What do I do with all these scraps? Storage. Junk to the untrained eye, but there's good metal here. Someone might pay for this. This thing. Alrighty. Lighthouse keeper, builder. So what are we looking for? Oh! Oh! Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we need a little more wood, and then we can do that. It's for the lights. We like lights. Okay. More fishing. I just like the fishing. We're just out here doing a little fish. We're gonna do some exploring today, I think. Unless I can get better engines, you know, we're gonna kind of have to go a little slowly. Eels. You only have, I mean, precious little inventory space, right? So you really got to watch what you put in here. Metal scraps. Don't need. Thanks, though. Open ocean. What we probably have to do is upgrade the boat sufficiently so that we can get out into these waters more easily. That's what I'm thinking we gotta do next. You don't have the right equipment for oceanic fishing. Oh, we got waves out here. Bonus from book. What's over here? Another boat. Hello. You pull up alongside a boat at anchor. There are signs of life on board, but nobody appears to greet you. Hello! Almost immediately, a small slot in the door snaps open. A pair of frantic eyes peer out at you. Who goes there? A monster. A fisherman. What do you want? I'm just checking to see if you're okay. Do I seem okay? No, I am very much not okay. I'm supposed to be delivering this package to Little Marrow, but I'm being stalked! A huge leviathan lurks in these deep waters. I've seen it! It hung in the water, its gaping mouth just below the boat. It would have swallowed this vessel whole if I hadn't bolted for the shallows. I'm not going any further in this accursed island chain. I could deliver the package to Little Marrow for you. You would? Well, that would work, I guess. Courier pushes a lumpy brown package through the door hole. It squelches slightly as you take it in your hands. Dark fluid oozes from one corner. Thank you, stranger. This is bound for the dock worker at Little Marrow. I'm not sure what's inside, but listen, I know this sounds crazy. Sometimes I think I can hear the faintest of whispers coming from it. Now, I'm not supposed to be transporting live goods, don't have the equipment for it, so just be careful with this thing, whatever it is. Here, why don't you take this too? Again, an item emerges from the door hole. This time a book is pushed through and thuds onto the deck below. You pick it up. I'll be on my way whenever the coast is clear. Safe travels. Alrighty. Not concerning at all. So this. Rods will reel in fish 10% more effectively. We like that. Getting over it with mind and body. That's where we got to get back to our little corner of this. Let's maybe fish a bit along the way. And then we got to get some upgrades going for said boat. And then I think we'll be a little more equipped for the horrors that await us out here. And we can finally start to engage with them properly. Since y'all want the horrors, I got to put myself through it and see the horrors. These are probably not... Nope. Gotta go to Little Marrow. But we want cod. Of course we want cod. Love me cod. So let me posit this to y'all while we're playing here. Have you played Dredge in your own experiences? Do you mess with fishing games of this style? If so, what's your opinion on it? I am asking for spookiness. I feel like maybe we oversold it. We're like an hour in here and there's been precious little spooky. That's probably not what I want to be doing. Hear a foghorn echo. We echoed back at ourselves? What is that gust? It's just gusts of creepy? Seems like it. It's actually been pretty spooky. We're mitigating the spook. We got squid, though. I don't know how it correlates to the panic. What do you call it? The panic mechanic? Panic mechanic, that's fun. Alright, so dock worker needs this. How's the day treating you? Got a package for you. A delivery, eh? Oh, it's a big one. Let me see. I don't remember the voice I gave this guy. He takes the large package and examines it gently while, with his hands, he lifts it to one ear and listens for a while. He seems satisfied. Much appreciated, friend. Now, if you'll excuse me, wish me luck. He turns and hurries off down the dock without another word to you or compensation. Oh, that's very concerning. Alrighty, well, we got to get back to Mr. Fisherman. Maybe some brighter lights would be helpful, too. Rocks popping up at inopportune moments. Not super helpful. Okay, crab pot working out for us. We're gonna get a little more deliberate with our upgrades here. I guess we gotta go see what that crimson light is, right? Let's see what we can do. I do have your crabs. That's some good fish. I have one final request for you. As you've seen, some fish around here can develop odd deformities. What do you think happens to a person that eats the flesh of one of these mutants? They get sick? Well, perhaps. But I want to know for sure. Bring me a mutant fish, and it will do. Just keep this between the two of us. Creepy. Well, I don't have one, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Peculiar engine. Old rusty engine. I would like some more light. We're good on rods and such. Let's see what we can do here. If you're wanting to get a bit more out of your engines, take a look through this book on the house. That's what I want. Correct engine operation. Very good. She pulls a book from a toolbox nearby and hands it to you. A few of the pages are stuck together with grease. That's how you know it's good. It's just the same kinds of engines. I would need to modify this to be 2 lights. We certainly have the money for it. The dry dock can do it? Yeah. I don't have the wood for it, though. I didn't go dredging. Okay, so that's about all we're going to get out of it at the moment. Is there a way I can increase its capacity? Do I just need a different boat, new hull? 5 new cargo spaces. I see. So I got to do one of these first. Maybe let's go get that wood, yeah? Greasy pages almost sounds worse. It does. It really does. You know what? Screw it. Said we weren't going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going out to the Crimson Light. See what horrors await. But first we catch Grouper. It's important to do. Aberration! Brood squid! What the hell are you? Tentacles sprout from a glowing core inside a gelatinous sac. Other cores lay dormant alongside. Yuck! Alright. Where's our crimson... Is the crimson light gone? Oh, maybe it's too dark for us to see it? Oh, God! Disturbed water. I still can't fish oceanic spots. We gotta work on that. Well, it's getting light out anyway. How panicked are we getting? It's hard to tell. Something slithers into your cargo hold? Excuse you? What's in my cargo hold? Oh, infected. So, okay. So it can, something can infect cargo that you already have. I want to read that instead. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, well, Mr. Fishmonger Man wanted an aberration, and he got one. And then, so I thought it was over there, right? The Crimson Light. Maybe we'll position ourselves there once darkness starts to fall. A ring. That sounds useful. A sickly stench rises from your cargo hold. Worn gold ring. That's what we needed. Let's see. Oh, and they're both infected. What's the consequence of infection? We got to figure that out first. We do have a mutant. Any aberrant will suffice. The fishmonger takes the aberrated fish from you. He clutches it close to his chest, wringing his hands around its slimy body.
Yes, this should do nicely. Here's what the fish is worth. And why don't you take these too? They're of no use to me. Do you hear that? It sounds like the faintest whispering.
You listen. Silence. In the stillness of the room, the fishmonger's hands begin to tremble. His face grows anguished.
Please, sell what you need, then leave. I must deal with this creature quickly now.
Infections seem to kind of bring the cost. Oh. Heavy oh, so he's done. That's concerning. So the infection makes your fish less valuable. That's what I'm feeling here.
The fishmonger demands an aberration. What's that? Mutant fish commit crimes against humanity?
That's definitely the vibe we're getting here. All right, well, we're gonna go out to creepy land here. Shapes in the deep. A bolt of cloth? Great. I need wood. Got any of that for me? That looks interesting. Eel time, baby. Love me eels. So we should have that crimson light around here somewhere, and we are going to have a hell of a time trying to get home at this point. I don't need more eels. Oh. Here's something. Is this the crimson light? Relic discovered. Return to the collector. Pursuit updated. Big time darkness. Oh, it's making horror movie sounds. Don't do this to me. It is a wild. It's bigger than like any fish we've seen so far. That's how. Oh, it's unsettling. There's other boats doing their thing. That's good. Can I give him the key now? You enter the collector's house. He's standing at the back of the room, still holding the silver and crimson book. He seems impatient. Well, you have something, don't you? Show me. You hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head, now somehow seem changed, smaller. Has it always been this way? Is this all? Where is the lock? The collector grows agitated. It seems the pieces we're looking for have traveled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels. He turns a few pages in his book and mutters something low under his breath. A burst of light fills your vision, and you stagger back briefly. Now go. We have more relics to uncover. Ability unlocked. Haste. Otherworldly speed at a price, or something like that. My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris to the southeast, toward Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? Not right now. Haste adds speed to your engines, but increases panic and engine heat. Okay. You know, he seems pretentious, but his anger about having a key without a lock is actually valid. I could understand that. Give me more aberrations, I guess. Spooky. Snag squid. Tasting tongues writhe wildly around sets of yellowed, crooked teeth. Oh my god! What is it? What is it? Why was it? Ah! What have we done? I didn't get a good look at it at all. Check the replay. Don't stand still out there, I guess. That's enough of that. And now I'm damaged. To spook. It snuck up on us. How could this have even happened? Trophy! Oh, a gnarly one too. Grotesque mackerel, we've seen this. Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes, like nothing you've ever seen before. Neighbors confused and concerned. Just start screaming about it. All right, let's try this. Let's try this haste. Oh, there we go. Flee the scene. That's cool. Useful for scooting. Can I get back to Mr. Fishman? I have goodies for you. The lighthouse keeper emerges from the dark forest that flanks the town. She walks toward the dock with a confused look on her face. Oh, it's you. Excuse me? Your engine, it sounds like... I'm sorry, I mistook it for the vessel of an old friend. Dejected, she turns and walks back toward the lighthouse. Fishmonger's door is barred from the inside still. You approach a woman sitting on the dockside, staring out to sea. She turns to you. What's it like out there? I don't want to talk about it. It's got to be a damn sight better than this bloody town. I think I just need to get away for a while. Maybe not come back. Going backwards is a mistake, don't you think? You should always keep moving forward, moving along. I can't go back. She's gazing out to sea again, lost in thought. Say, if you find me some materials, maybe you can help me move? There's an island I've heard about, Steel Point, just to the north. 2 units of lumber and 2 units of scrap is all I need. I can make a new place for myself out there. You'd be welcome to visit too. Just stack it up at Steel Point when you have anything. I'll pay you when the job's done. Well, we really got to get dredging, huh? So I can't sell any of these. Can I put them in storage? I guess so. Nothing says wonderful storage time like yucky, unfresh fish. So what do I do with the research bits? Could be used to develop some new equipment, but would need investigation at a dock first. Okay. Ooh. Ideal for spotting hazards at night. Oh, that's very powerful. So we really need wood. I'm just going out, I'm getting wood, we're dredging everything we can find. It's happening. Love me wood. If I were wood, where would I dredge? Go fast. Now we wonder what happens if your engines get too hot. Reading complete. Check cabin for bonuses. Grouper anyway. They take up so much space. That's part of the problem. More eel. I need wood. If I were wood, where would I be? Let's make a mistake. Going all the way over yonder. Oh, need me cod. Love me cod. It's not going to be very fresh cod if I can't sell it. I'd dredge where I would. Yes, I would. That looks promising. Expensive. I always make such expensive mistakes. This does look promising. That's wood. Lumber. Sorry, it's lumber. Get out of here, eel. I need wood. Normal sentences that you say. Right? I'm taking all the wood I can. Why did I bring all of this stuff with me? Sorry, cod. Not this time. Oh, god damn it. Hi, boat. Oh, that is a large... That is a large demon. Lumber lost overboard? No! Okay. Walked right toward the danger. That worked really well. I'm panicking. I'm panicking! How much did I lose? Oh, just one. Get out of here! Oh, boy is panicking. Oh, the light's out. Don't lose the light. Well, that was not great, huh? That was a costly trip. My boat. My boat. Oh, so many boat jokes we could be making. You're not forgetting to get some sleep, are you? As I always say, taking frequent breaks is an important part of being productive. I'll sleep. Alright, let's get the light going here. Got the light space. Can we do the hull now? No, we need the second one here. Lumber goes here. I need 2 scraps. Shipwright about to make a lot of money today. Yeah. Oh, we fucked up big time. That hurt our engine. No wonder we were going so slow. I see. All fixed. That was easy, at least. I'd caution against operating a vessel if you're feeling overtired. Your reaction times are slowed. Rocks and things will seem to jump out at you. Makes sense. Okay. Got a little rest. Now we can actually install that that big light that we want, right? So we did this. So if I go over here, go to lights. Yeah. Look at that. I've got a good feeling about these engines. They'll take you far away. Reliable, too, provided you take care of them, which I apparently don't do. All right, so we got good lights. We have all these research parts. I don't remember where they're supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do with them. Is Fishmonger doing okay here? Yes.
Blinding headache today. Did you come by yesterday? I don't recall. Anyway, what can I do for you?
You can take my damn fish. That's what. Okay. What do I have in terms of pursuits? I need lumber and scrap. I got to do more relics. I have the ring, right? So we have a few more to do there. And then lumber and scrap for Steel Point. Show me the map. Where's the map? How do I map? So that engines provide 5% more movement speed than listed. That's nice. Map. Okay, so Gale Cliffs. Which one's Stellar Basin, Devil's Spine? Where were we going here? There's a lot of... Oh, we really gotta expand ourselves here. So they want to go where? Steel Point, an island to the north. Is it that? No. So we turn left out of here, go straight for a while. We can maybe go see. dredge along the way, who's to say? Maybe it's over here? Wee woo. Oh, so you just naturally gain panic over time doing that, generally. I see. That is costly. Is this where she wants us to go? Steel point. Yes, it is. Alright, so we just got to put our stuff there. I mean, that's not super far away, but that would be helpful. Let's see what we can find about it. Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. SpongeBob, I see him. Where is he, Patrick? At the intersection of conch and coral. That's where I am. That's his maniac shriek. He's going to attack. Our neighbors probably think we're insane. They always have, no matter where we live. That's my blessing, that's my curse. A goblet of fire. Alright, well, lest we get annihilated again here, let's drop off her lumber. There's a lot of kind of side quests and interesting things to do. You're not just looped into just the fishing. All these kind of side quests for all these different characters. That's all good. Hey, demon fish. Where are you? Don't answer that. Oh. 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 Many eyeballs. No. Not a fan. Not a fan. Return me. Unsubscribe. Oh, too many. That's like nightmare fuel. Just surrounded by eyeballs, blinking in the fog. Hard pass, bucko. Give me squids about it. Damn. The light is nice, though. Ah. Hey, yo. Give me money. We'll store that. Have a snooze. Anything else we want to do at this point? What else can we do at this point? We've got our lights. Got our engines. We got to keep dredging. We have a lot of stuff we got to dredge up. We have to do... We need like 6 pieces of metal scraps across everything. So that's our next priority. See, we've got objectives and shit. Look at us go. So we may have to kind of extend our range of search to find these metal pieces. Other shipwrecks around the area we probably have to go explore for naturally. Maybe some more aberrant fish at night, more spooky horrors. People demand it. The stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. Place your hand on the stone. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. Alas, whatever will I do? I don't want eels today. Does that look promising? Do we dare adventure out that far? Perhaps. This looks mythical. Oh, fanged cod. Defiantly sharp teeth with chunks of smaller fish lodged between. A hunger in its eyes. There's got to be some deep lore around this stuff, because that is creepy as sin, me boy. This looks kind of promising in the middle here. The deep. Ah, yes, the deep. Spicy fish pal. It's nothing if not spicy. Not what we want to dredge. At least it tells you the type of stuff you're dredging, like right off the bat. Ow. Sorry, hull. You pull up to a wreck with a familiar-looking hull. It's almost identical to the ship given to you by the mayor, except this one has a huge breach in one side. You're tied up alongside the old wreck. You poke through the cargo hold. A few items remain, not yet lost to sea. Ooh! Weak valve engine. A notoriously unreliable design, this style of engine has fallen out of favor due to a high rate of malfunction. It's a 3-piecer, and it's not going to be any better than what we have. Storage with ye. We'll take this. Okay. You're in the cabin. Now we're doing a text adventure. The cupboards have been completely and methodically emptied. All the drawers are missing. There aren't even any floorboards left. The equipment is all still there, though surely exposure to the elements has fried the internals. You angle the overhead radio down to get a closer look. A note slips off the top. You put it in your pocket to read later. Alright, so we've explored that pretty thoroughly. So we got one metal piece out, so that's good. Do we dare continue on? A lot of open ocean here. A whole new world over here. We're making our way downtown, walking fast, faces pass. I'm homebound. Ooh. Oceanic perch. Little guy. Whole new area to explore. What are you? That looks ill-advised. Black sea bass. I wanted sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. Now apparently my cycloptic colleague has informed me that can't be done. What do we have?
Sea bass.
Right.
They are mutated sea bass.
Really? Are they ill-tempered?
Absolutely.
Well, it's a start. Ooh, there's a light. And here's a note. Artifact manifest. This looks intriguing. I'm going this way. Can I dock here? I can. An old man emerges from one of the nearby broken buildings and hobbles toward you.
Oh, greetings. Don't get many visitors around here. What is it that you need?
This place doesn't seem safe. Why do you live here?
I've been stubbornly holding out for quite some time. Truth be told, I'm reconsidering my position lately. I have been happy here for so long. My wife and I had such a beautiful life. Until the collapse. Now I'm alone and cut off by land and sea, left with only these trembling rocks on all sides.
Are we helping him move? My brother would never. Where is Ingfell? We fought a lot, blah, blah, blah. Took the family crest. I stole it from him. I can't return without it. Where is it?
That's where the problem lies after the collapse.
Yo, Herman, it's me in my 60s. I could see that. Truly, I could. A large whalebone crest. I feel like I saw something like that elsewhere. So I need a pile of loose debris. Clearing this would take some strong explosives, but there's glowy lights I want to take a look at. Well, let me lodge here before stuff gets too terrifying. Unfortunate but true. Metal? No, but we'll try it anyway. Remember our initial directive here. We need metals. It's a research part. Ow. Did we lose an engine? We gotta make it all the way back with no engine? Equipment broken. Fishing effectiveness reduced. It's very passive. We'll give it that much. Wreckfish. Oh, he's big. He's big. What do I do with this? No more sea bass, I guess. Sorry, sea bass. It's a nice wreckfish you got there, though. What is this? I just want to see what it does. Bad. Very stupid and bad to do. Do not do. Go fast. Get home. Fix boat. We really drifted a ways, didn't we? And now with small boat, it take long time return. Sad day. Whales and such. Hi, whales. Guide me home. Take me rough country home to belong. I place. If we're gonna yell at the neighbors, we're gonna full send to yell at the neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a high five? Can a brother relate? What are you? Lumber! Must obtain lumber. But at what cost? Unconcerned. I don't really have the room, and I'm so damaged. Let's just get back to home. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. No time for crabbing. I have time like this. Am I right, fellas? Fellas, where are fellas? Okay. Yeah, no kidding. 57 bucks for a wreckfish. 21 for the rotting fanged cod. They've been around for too long. It's my mistake. Me bad. Oh, see, yeah, so if the cargo hold gets damaged where you have something, that disabled that fishing line for me, essentially. I understand. Repair all. You wouldn't want to be without a motor when the fog rolls, and maybe that's why it's good we have the 2 engines instead of the one bigger one. Redundancy. I prefer that, I think. Got a lot of stuff here. What do the research parts do? I need to know. Rot. The final state of all living things. So we put fish in here and they just rotted away? Yeah. Seems like it. So, some of this stuff can go to the north point, right? You know what? I'm feeling a little spicy. We're gonna get it out there tonight. We're gonna fish up stuff along the way. You wanted spook, you're gonna get a goddamn spook tonight, folks. The lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its fate. How dramatic. I have an idea. Lights off. That's the way. Mood lighting. You ponder the intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone, shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin? Its purpose exhausted. Lighthouse towers above. So it's a brooding little game we got here, huh? Oh. Oh, it's real spooky out here. It's proper spooky out here. Don't even look at me funny. Don't even look at me funny. I'm just catching aberrant fish. Not here. Not without my oceanic stuff. What are you even talking about? There's a boat. There's a boat. He's moving quick. What do you know that I don't? Alright, so we are most of the way there. We just need one more piece of metal, and that'll work. Let's rest here. I don't know if you heard that, but that was plenty creepy, folks. Oh, they were coming for us big time. Alright, so we need one more bit of metal. Let's go adventuring maybe out here, see if we can find something. Then we'll have that done at least. Figure out where this wood can go. All these side quests, all these things to do. Our inventory really, or our, kind of ledger of things to do really filled out. So this, it's an impressive array of things and mechanics that this throws at you relatively quickly. That's a ring, I don't want that. I need metal. What's this? Ring. I don't want the rings. One ring to rule them all, sir. It did not sound good. You heard it too, right? No, thank you. Fine, I'll dredge. Old iron chain. Who cares? Is that what it is? Or is there a separate dedicated spot I would dredge for rusty stuff? I don't even remember. Broken monocle. Well, great. It's like when life hands you lemons. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Burn his house down with the lemons. fabled Cave Johnson impression, I guess. Mackerel. Did I see... What's this? All that's left of this boat is an old husk. You pull a little closer. Ooh, stuff! I do like stuff. A citrine ring. Old iron chain. Research part. We're getting pretty full up with stuff. I thought I saw some dredging I could do. Maybe not. Barbed eel. He Barbie. A spine broken with sharp angles and crooked curves. A row of teeth bent on revenge. Vengeful teeth is about where I draw the line with my sea creatures. I think that's a fair assessment. Are we homebound? Yeah. Faster, SpongeBob, faster! Abnormal specimens. Concerning. Where do these go? To the collector, I guess? So this needs metal pieces. Nets, rods, not really what I'm looking for here. Do I need all of these? This would be great. Then we may be able to mess around with some of the engine stuff. Really need metal. And lots of it. Bolt of cloth. I might have a bolt of cloth. I do. Do I want it for nets, though? Modify for the rods. Where's bolt of cloth? Right here. We really need metal. We're gonna have to go after this, and aggressively. In the dark. Eyes up. Aberration. Creepy fish, come hither. How do I get... I need an oceanic rod. How do I get it? What must I do? Don't like it. Let's see what Collector Man is up to here. We haven't visited Collector Man in a while. Take a look at these trinkets. The trader in Little Marrow deals with such trivialities. Fine. I guess we're going to Little Marrow. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Everything's good. Everything is great. We're totally fine. There were weird stingrays in the water, probably. No? Liar! Oh, it's too early now, probably. All right. Trader Man. So I can sell these little trinkets. So they're really not worth much of anything. Not something we're going to want to focus on, I don't think. Okay. Still need metal. We should honestly probably rest. Get rid of the panic. I'm getting pretty into it, chat. You know, I really wasn't sure how this was gonna go. Because like we said at the top, I'm not really big on most horror games, but this sort of tension where I was expecting like huge jump scares with like the most demented, horrific looking stuff, just like full frame, like Five Nights at Freddy's in you. And that doesn't seem to be the experience here at all. This is much more sort of generally tense across long periods of time, and I'm kind of more for that, I think. So this is something I feel like I could more easily get behind, and would probably revisit, honestly. You know, I initially said it doesn't have a ton of overlap with Dave the Diver, and I still don't think it does. Aside from, you know, both being about fishing. But there's so much sort of on the periphery with the side quests and the lore that you're exploring, because it does seem to have some pretty dense world building built around it. I think it's really, really interesting. This was off my radar for a while, despite kind of being on the periphery about it. This is that bone that we were looking for? Unsure. But I'm really enjoying it, and this is one I would pretty heartily recommend. So like I had said before, we're currently in the middle of Discovery Month here on the channel, which is us just kind of hunting down and exploring various sort of indie titles. More creepy stone, right? So last week on the channel we did Environmental Station Alpha, which was a one-person indie Metroidvania kind of deal. Lots of hidden endgame, lots of puzzles to solve, and crypticness that kind of unveils itself. This week it's Dredge, obviously. Much more popular, much more sort of in the zeitgeist, you know, crossovers with other big indie games. So that's kind of the point of Discovery Month. Some games will be bigger than others, some will be older than others, but that's just kind of how it goes. A slab of rock juts from the water, bearing crude symbols of curved fish. At its base, a rough shape has been chiseled away. Creepy. It's giving Forbidden Forest vibes. Does it want cod? Does it want specific types of fish? Curved fish. So it wants curvy fish here? It's curious. Very curious. We're going exploring again. Feel advised. A once strong wooden hull lays broken against the shoreline. The stern is completely breached. You pull a bit closer and manage to clamber into the back of the wreck. You look around. Metal scraps. That's all we needed. Bolt of cloth. Research part. Pearl earrings. Maybe something interesting. Alright, so we've got the metal. So now I think we can complete her little deal here. So that's going to take us just right around the island here. We can get to Steel Point. No! Big nope on that one, buddy. Oh, panicking. Big time panicking. Big spook. Okay. That's getting a little unnerving here. You've delivered all the necessary materials. You should let the builder know. I will. Thanks. So we're not as concerned now. I thought There were some aberrant fish I could get here. Maybe not. Take a grouper. The hell's out there? Who are you? I feel like I should rest a little bit, get some of the panic out of me, and then make a break for shore. The other shore. Tell Builder. I did what you wanted. So the longer you're out here, the more it queues up those horrors, it feels like. Because we're just sort of cruising now. Now the panic starts to settle in. And that seems to dredge them up. Let's get these aberrant thingies. Hi. Never on time. Always just a smidge too late. Gotta rest. Gotta rest the panic out of me. Yes, we do. Okay. Builder. Oh, we got a D20 tonight. All right, let's do it. First one of the night from Full Metal. Over to the dice cam. Boom. See what we got. That is a 16. Story time. You know how we do. We roll this for D100 seconds, and that's 70 seconds where I have to talk off the top of my head for just over a minute on a topic of Full Metal's choosing. Make me make a story up for y'all, and we'll do it. Oh, yeah, we're doing dice rolls. Every night we do dice. If exclamation point D20 is in the title of the stream, we're doing dice rolls. That's the key. You've done it. Well, no sense in wasting time. Let's get moving. Oh, I have to take her there? That's hilarious. She's in my cargo hold. I like that. All right, so sell this. I was wondering why you hadn't done one. They're available. They're freely out there. Anytime exclamation point D2, anytime something actionable is in the title, that's fair game. We don't put exclamation point colors in if you can't play with the lights. We don't put exclamation point D20 in if you can't roll. If it's in the title, assume it's fair game. Story of Fred McLob from the perspective of Larry with the boat store. Oh, God. All right, well, this is going to need some context. Let me clear out the objectives here, and then we can handle that part. Got a lot of cloth we can use here. Oh, I have eels I can give him. Sell me eels. I love that she's just in the inventory. That's just hilarious. Alrighty, so... Actually, let me... I gotta pull up the timer for this too. Just for some context, there's no way I can give you a decade and a half of context. Full Metal and I went to high school together, and that's how we know each other. Deep friends from a long time. And here comes my helicopter to pick me up. And because we're goofballs, we would create fun little characters and things to occupy ourselves, one of which was Fred McLob. This just crazy psychopath who was obsessed with boats and ran this kind of... thought they ran a boat store or were obsessed with, like, buying boats from the boat store, and his roommate slash focal point for all the torture Larry is always having to deal with all the money you spend, and it's a very long story. Thank you, fella. Builder removed from inventory. What do they do? I need to find out what the research parts do before I go nuts. So, with the clock pulling up here, timer, clock, recite the lore. It's the recital of the deep lore. It's such deep lore. 70 seconds on the clock. Story of Fred McLeod from the perspective of Larry with the boat store. I have lived with this maniac for countless seasons of this television show that we apparently live on and has just become part of our lives. Fred McLeod showed up in my life one day. No one really knows where he came from. He doesn't know where he came from. He just appeared. And all of a sudden he starts spending all my money and insists on going to this boat store to buy the boats so he can drive the boats and pilot the boats and have fun with the boats. And he always goes, brrr, brrr, driving the boats, going, brrr, drive the boat. Brrr. We don't have boats. We live in a landlocked state. Somewhere in the United States. I don't think we ever figured that out. What am I supposed to do with all these boats? There's a marina full of boats that have gone past this house in a parade of maritime vehicles we can never use, and yet all my money's gone. I'm middle management at a bank. I don't need this shit. I'm out here dealing with loan payments and servicing on our debts and customer complaints about interest rates and all these different things. I don't have time. I can't deal with this. He's spending all my money. He's buying all these boats. I never have driven one. I want to see them. He crashes them up on land. Boats don't go on land, Fred. And that's time. I can't possibly explain this for you, but such is the way it has gone. Schizo. Larry! You have to have been there. I can't help you understand it. Okay. We had a bravo. Did I do it? There's so many deep cuts and deep lores. I can't. We need like a whole separate episode to just bravo us. Are you worried? Don't worry. We love that one. All right, so we had what? At least one D20 from Xerox. Let's do that now. Doop-a-doop-boop-boop-boop-boop. That is what, a 13? It flipped. It was there. It was a 13. Many dabs. 1 D12 worth of dabs for your viewing pleasure and mine. 5 dabs it is. Decent amount of dabs. It's amassed a piece. 1, 2, dabbing in the dark. 3. Some of us dance in the dark. Some of us dab in the dark, and it's cursed. Boats don't go on land. And someone tell Bojack or Fortnite. Fortnite is in its own logic dimension. I don't think there's any way to bring sense to that. What are you? I don't need any more of that. I need a little shipwreck. Can't dredge the shipwreck. That would be too easy. Just flick the lights over and over. Something's bound to happen. It's all stingrays. All natural fun things you would want to do. Dolphins! Hi, dolphins! Hi, friends. You're not scary. Ooh. Curved fish. Maybe we can go back to that pedestal looking thing with some cod. In the dark. With some aberrations in tow. What say you? Like, but we only want the weird stuff. There's gotta be one here, right? There we go. Voltaic grouper. Huh? An unknown green energy arcs and crackles over this fish's scales. It thrashes ceaselessly, even hours after being pulled from the water. Or we're making the very smart decision. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yep, let's damage it twice. For extra power. Beep beep. Where was that? Did I miss the pedestal thing? Yucky squids. We got a snag squid. We know this. We don't need the regular squid, but I'll take them anyway. We'll hold on to the cod for the pedestal. I kind of want to find where that was. Alright, so the panic was reasonable there. We didn't have too many optic horrors coming through, and that's probably good. It's helpful. All these go to storage. We'll hang on to the cod. Let's get some rest. We can do this all again. Stay sane, me boyo. Still more metal would probably be helpful. The dredgings of all sorts. Where was it? On this island? Was it on a neighboring one? Are you helpful? No. There were, I don't think it's this one. There were cold stones. I recall this. Was it around our friend at the new Steel Point? Might have been. No, if she's up there. That doesn't seem it. We gotta repair the boat anyway. So let's go do that, and then we'll explore to our heart's content in the dark. Maybe we'll find some creepies anyway. Just tugging along on life's funny journey. As we're tugging along into the blue. Fix me whole. That's what we're here for. Thanks. Bye. That's all we needed. Alright, so assuming that pedestal thing did just want... Oh no, you know what? Was it out on one of those smaller chunks of islands? Maybe. Let's head this way. See what we can find. What's this? Ooh, messed up cod to go to the pedestal. That would be a good one. Three-headed cod. That's that'll get you there. Trophy caught. All right, well, that's every cod in the tri-state, so that'll help a fair bit. Unless it won't. And we're probably not going to find it at night. This is going to be an excessive challenge, I feel like. Ooh, but this is exactly what we need. metal pieces, and there's more. But I don't have room. Sorry, COD. Yes. Can I squeeze any more out of this? Probably not. At least I know it's here. And that alone is helpful. Tusked grouper. It's probably worth a pickup. Yeah. Let's rest here. Dolphins are some of the most evil critters of the ocean. They seem so innocent and sweet. Then you see them in action and you're like, no! Sleep is for the weak. We might have some room for just one or two extras here. Some little guys. We didn't take a look here. 3 heads writhe and struggle in unison. 3 mouths hang agape, then close shut together. 3 lives lived as one, one fate bound to many. It's oddly contemplative, this game, isn't it? You wouldn't necessarily expect it from a cute little, you know, unnerving little fishing game, but boy, do you get some deep thoughts, especially that little soliloquy about the lighthouse was something. Stuff's out here rotting, that's good. Stale.
Lousy weather lately. Almost makes you not want to get out of bed. But you and I, we've got to do it, eh? We're what keeps people from going hungry.
Well, that's a start. We go to the dry dock now. We should have enough for some more engine space. If that's what we want to do. Modifies 2 cargo spaces to hold rods. Or engines. 2 for engine. Ooh! We can get a more power. Yeah, let's do this. And now we can get the new hull. Yes? No? No. So we really need all 4 of these to get to the new hull. That's a lengthy piece of progression. Okay. At any rate, we can switch engines out here. So the rusty outboard engine we can get rid of. Uninstall. And this one with... So that's 18 knots and that's 14. So that's a pretty good improvement. Nice. So we should go a fair bit faster after that one. Let's take this stuff out and see if we can put it somewhere useful. Yes, we can. Right away. Stuff can also hold nets. Aren't we fancy pants? And now we need one more basic trawl net now available in stores. As seen on TV, we need one more metal scrap to just finish this off completely. So that's actually really encouraging. So we can head right back to Builder. Does Mayor have store? No. Here we go. Trawl net. This simple design will passively catch basic fish when deployed. A wise investment for those that want to explore the oceans. So we can get coastal ones. And that's what we wanted, right? No. No, it is not. We need... I don't know what we need. Come to think of it. What I do know is that if we head back to Builder, so creatively named, we may be able to get that last piece of metal to go at least start the new hull, and that's a pretty good upgrade itself. Again, I'm really impressed by the depth of how much there is going on around the fishing. Obviously, there's the nighttime Lovecraftian horror stuff and the sort of mutated fish and all of that, and that's interesting. But there's so many of these different kind of subplots and the deep lore that's sort of forming and why this world is the way it is and what the region is supposed to be like and why and all these different things that you can go after, all these different collectibles, all these different things that you can trawl for. I really like it. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, given my not distaste for, but my reluctance to kind of go after horror games generally. Not all of them, but some of them. But this has been great. I understand... There have been a lot of enthusiastic reviews on this since it came out in 2023. It's crossed over with other games like Dave the Diver. You know, it pretty quickly sold 1 million copies. Never take that for granted as an indie game. It's great. I completely understand. Why don't I have the right equipment? Love me pleasant surprises. And yeah, that's, like we were saying before, that's sort of the whole appeal and point of Discovery Month here on the channel, where we are intentionally, like, dredging up all sorts of different indie gems and games that, again, some more popular than others, some older than others, some newer than others, that you may have missed, that you may have interest in yourself, that are worth kind of being on your radar for one reason or another. And I would say that Dredge absolutely qualifies in that regard. These streams are like mini reviews, and it's kind of ironic because, you know, in us trying to fold in some, you know, stream content into reviews going forward, just to kind of make them a little more practically producible for us. That's kind of the point of some of these. Now, not, you know, this one necessarily, but that is sort of the intent of a lot of these. So what did I come here for? Dry dock stuff. This. We have to do this. Purchase upgrade. 2 rod spaces. Now we can go to the new hull. So this we need a lot of stuff for. And we have just this on hand at the moment. And what's this? Refined metal. I haven't even seen that yet. So that's a big one. We'll get to that. We have a D20 from Vinny. And anyone else watching, if you're so inclined, !D20 on Twitch or YouTube, both platforms fully supported. That's a 7, and that's a drink up, which I will happily do. Been neglecting my hydration tonight. Unfortunately, we are probably going to have to start winding it down soon. However, this was really fun. And even outside of Discovery Month, this is one that I feel like I would want to come back to. So, if you all have interest in it, Hydro homies are in shambles, truly. Not the eyeballs. Spooky stuff. Me music blaring. Would we tune into Dredge again? Is the question here. I would definitely be willing to do like a secondary... What is following? I can't even fish it up. Get away from me. I would love to revisit this, spend a little more time. digging through some of the upgrades, finding some of these Lovecraftian horrors. I think there's a lot of potential here for us to just mess around with it and have some fun. Exploring the depths, such as they are. If y'all are game for it, would definitely be interested in doing it again. That's a horror. Be gone. I'm gonna make a risky run back to the lighthouse here. We are moving a little faster with that different engine too, so that's good. Is it behind me? It's right behind me! What are you?
Be gone, demon.
What are you? What are you? It's just like it's just a water spout bouncing around. Not interested. I got stuff to sell, thanks. Snag squid. Duh. It is a lot of fun, though. And to sort of start to summarize my thoughts as we wind down here, this is a lot of fun. I know a lot of comparisons or people are kind of making it analogous to something like Dave the Diver. I can see it to a degree, although me personally, I vibe a little more with the exploratory element of Dave the Diver, of how it uses the diving mechanics, and then obviously the restaurant stuff is by far my favorite part of that game. Obviously there's no equivalent here, but the lore that it creates, or that it encourages you to explore, and the world that it's built for itself here is really just the right amount of unnerving, I would say, and it makes you want to kind of peel those layers back and better understand kind of how it got to be the way it is. There's all these shipwreck things, you know, it hints to like the old mayor, what the hell does that mean? And there's just a lot of intrigue and mystery associated with this world. That's really cool, and that's something I would love to explore more, even on my own time, not even just as content for the channel here. It's pretty cool. So, you know, initial takeaways from Dredge are really positive. And again, I can I can understand the appeal of why, you know, so many reviewers and so many players really got turned on by this concept. It's really intriguing. And obviously it's a very pretty looking game for how, I think, simplistic the presentation ultimately is. I think it does itself a good amount of service by doing so. Is our little... Did we miss our little pedestal here? No, because I thought that was some of the stone that we were looking for. Maybe not. It's really good. And if this is something that intrigues you, you like those fishing games, but maybe with a little bit more of a surrealist bend, or a bit of a horror-centric twist, I think there's ample potential here for you to explore should you want to do so. I'm looking for the weird grouper, thank you. Make room. Oh, darkness. That snuck up on us quick, huh? Creepy. That spot is just going to sit there forever until I can figure out how to plumb it, huh? Where's my lighthouse? Sell me fish. It also, one thing that I really appreciate, and I think it benefits from, is that it's not incredibly in your face with the horror elements, at least not that we've seen across the first 2.5 hours of gameplay here. It is very much just more of a tense and unnerving experience rather than out and out horror, rather than jump scare focused, rather than being more in your face about it. And that I really appreciate, because that I've never loved, that I try to avoid in my own personal preferences. But it's a very cool game, and I think I had read too coming into this that they intentionally didn't want to make a jump scare kind of experience and have the horror be more survival-esque or psychological, which I really appreciate, and it's really, really good. I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would coming into it, and I think that's pretty high praise, all things considered, when you're coming in not really expecting to like something, and then you end up really, really vibing with it. So if y'all are interested, make sure that you are followed on YouTube or followed on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube. We'll hit one more D20 before we wrap up here tonight. For if you want more Dredge, that's the best way to do it. 2, fart noise to close it out. Wonderful, Xerox. Gross. So that's the idea. So yeah, if you want more Dredge, and if you want, I'll even like just put this aside for a week or two and not make any progress. We can come back to it on like a random Thursday or a weekend, whatever you want. I think that would be a lot of fun. But more folks are still rolling in. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. One more day-night cycle. What do you say, folks? Before we abandon ship. Yeah. All right, so what do we need for the hull here? We need more lumber. We need everything. That's pretty a fair assessment here. But yes, if you are with us here on Twitch or YouTube, make sure you're following or subscribed. So if you want more Dredge, you can get more Dredge. And here's a good way to go out. Draw something. So I will have 90 seconds to draw whatever Full Metal wants me to draw. We've saved a lot of these drawings that we've done in the past, so if you're new to the channel, if you haven't been around a lot before, I don't know that I have... Did I lose anything? No? I don't know that I have those drawings presently in front of me, but we've done a ton of them, and they are very interesting. We used to have just a bunch of Post-its. So Full Metal will give me something that I have to try to draw, and then I will have 90 seconds to do it. It's the joys of the dice rolls. You never know what you're going to get. All right, so we're just going to do a little more fish, a little more Dredge. For all, because I like you a lot. I don't take that too serious. Maybe we'll do a little adventuring, too. Who's to say? How do I do this? You don't have the right equipment for this spot. It's oceanic. Oh, do I need some kind of trawl? Is that the trawler? That might be the trawler. I see. Oh, more cod. Love me cod. Hank Hill Charmander? What kind of... So we're really on the aberration train tonight, aren't we? We're drawing Hank Hill Charmander. I will certainly try. At the end of the day here, at the end of the night, when we're docked up and ready to go, I will try Hank Hill Charmander in my beautiful little notebook here. He's gonna have to go in the notebook because I don't have any Post-its. I keep meaning to run to insert department store here and get Post-its, and I don't. So be it. But yes, this has been great. I will happily revisit Dredge, even if it costs me some sanity. I think that's what everyone kind of wants to see anyway. Oh, good. Perfect way to intro my nightmares. You approach a hooded figure, swathed in dark blue robes. Their face is barely visible. Why is he speaking parcel tongue? You can barely hear their rasping whisper above the wind and waves. Fulfill the hunger. The hooded figure unfurls an old paper scroll. They point to a shape shown at the top. It appears to be a blue mackerel. So they want blue mackerel? Just sitting there? Okay. Tell me this is blue mackerel right here and he's been next to it the whole time? No. We should be so lucky. It's fun to do the voices across the story, too. We like doing that. There's all sorts of stuff off in the distance. We've barely hit any other archipelago so far. And there's so much more we have to unwrap in this game. If nothing else, we come back just for the discovery element alone, because there's so much of the rest of the world we haven't even touched yet. And we really, really need to. And we've got blue mackerel here, so we just need to get one back to that person, Mr. Hooded Parcel Tongue, before nightfall and we lose track of him. Boy, I tell you what, there's nothing like hanging out on the open seas and catching a blue mackerel. Charmander and Charmander accessories. With expert precision, they plunge their hands through the gullet of the fish and tear out the heart. They stuff it into their mouth unceremoniously. Still empty. They point to another shape on a second scroll. This one looks like a tiger mackerel. I haven't seen those yet. So that will need to wait. A rotten mast lays down on this island, half hidden by the foliage. At its base, an old boat is cracked in two. Ooh! A lot of good stuff here. Bag of doubloons! It ought to fetch a decent price somewhere. Alright, we've got a lot of goodies here, so let's hightail it back. See what we can do with them, and we'll go from there. Oh, yeah, maybe not. Don't like it. Oh, hate it. Oh, hate a lot of that. Yeah, I'm panicking. Don't mind me. Don't love the music cue here either. I guess we're okay. Lights out, baby. Okay. Fisherman, what is it? You look a touch troubled. Is the fog starting to get to you? Completely normal around here, and nothing to worry about. With a good night's rest, you'll be right as rain by morning. That's your reminder. Alright, sell off our cod. They weren't helping us there. That can go into storage. Let's see what we can do about the hull. Got room for that. We might have to bag this, these metal scraps. We're a little ahead of the game here. Alrighty, well, with so much time left here, I will have 90 seconds to attempt to draw with a pen I can find. Hank Hill Charmander. How in the world are we gonna do this? Alright, so timer I gotta pull up. I'm just gonna have for reference a picture of a Charmander up on screen. Oh, this is gonna be very strange. And then Hank Hill to work around that too. I'm gonna try it. No guarantees on this one. We have 90 seconds. I wish I had a timer up on screen for when we do this sort of thing. And you will see the end result fully on camera by the end of the night. By the end of the 90 seconds is what I mean. Timer starts right now. Taking way too long. Rushing the pants. Don't mind me. I'm really rushing the pants. Gotta get to the Charmander part. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's certainly a choice. 3, 2, 1. That's time. Oh, I have sinned. Forgive me, but I present for your viewing pleasure if I come over to the main camera here, hopefully. How we doing? Hank Hill Charmander, y'all. Most of the way there, beer can in hand. Pants, tail, flaming tail, head. 90 seconds later. We're even going to address this because the populace needs to know. This is Hank Hill Charmander 1/14/2026. Our own aberration complete. And what a way to end the night. How thematic and on brand. We've been catching aberrations all night. In Full Metal cheering with the bits. And we got good response there. That's very good. That's baller. Thank you for my nun art skills. I think that works out just fine. It's Hankmander. Boy, I tell you what, I'm going to use Ember, I tell you what. That's exactly how the stuff would go down. Well, anyway, yeah, listen, y'all, thanks for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. And like I said, this far surpassed sort of my expectations or, you know, my reluctance to play it to a degree. I'm really glad I did. This was a ton of fun. And I'm eager to play more. So if you're intrigued, if you liked this... especially if you've been watching on YouTube or anywhere, you know, bopping in and out on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube if you're interested. Follow on Twitch if you're so inclined. And there will be more. I would say definitely, probably not on our normal Tuesday nights because that's going to be Discovery Month through to February. We'll maybe add in another stream during a weekend, late in the week, over the next, you know, week or two to do more Dredge. I'll leave it where it is so we can pick up exactly where we left off here. And keep going after it. So, I think that would be a lot of fun. So again, please tune in again if you're interested. What's it saying? I would have basically done the same thing. I would have left off the pants and given him glasses in Hank's face. Yeah, maybe a little more Charmander in the body. Just these incredible things. Hankmander would only enter the plant with proper PPE. And propane tank in tow. Hankmander in a propane plant would be wild. Amazing. Alright, but yes... Like we said, we're also in the middle of Discovery Month here on the channel, so every Tuesday night, every normal stream night, is a new, interesting indie game that we've probably never played before, and maybe you haven't either. We played Environmental Station Alpha, the Metroidvania, last week. Obviously, this is Dredge. We have more coming. I think there's 2 more weeks of this. 2 more Tuesdays in the month. Yes. So we'll have 2 more fresh indie games, probably gotten off of the Steam Winter Sale, for everyone to enjoy and hopefully for you to discover and learn more about yourself if you're interested. Obviously, you can go pick up all of these games for relatively cheap, depending on what they are. And I think that'll do it for us here tonight. So thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube, and yet another entry in Discovery Month here playing Dredge. I'm Lou, some call me Cheatspeak. Really appreciate you tuning in. Again, give us a subscribe on YouTube or a follow on Twitch for more if you're interested. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here real soon.